Hi, I'm Mary Jo Boyd, here with another eBite from Attorney Computer Systems. Today's eBite is in Worldox. Now, most of the time when we profile our documents into Worldox, we have our document types that we've created, and usually those are pretty general. Let's say pleadings, for example. But what if we wanted to subcategorize that pleading into dismissals or complaints or things like that? But we really don't want to set up another doc type or several doc types to do that. So how do we do that? Well, we do have something in Worldox called categories. And what that allows you to do is to set up public categories that are available to everybody, folder categories that are just specific to that particular matter, or you can do private categories that just are yours. So I'm going to show you how to set up a category and how to, in our next video, we'll talk about how to assign those to documents. So I'm just on my regular document list here. I'm in my favorite files, and I have a column that I've added here for categories, and I can see that this ACS master fee agreement is set to the standard category. But if I want to create a category, there's a couple of different places you can do that. You can do that as you are profiling a document. You can create a category on that. Or if the document is already saved into Worldox and you want to just go ahead and create a category for that document, you can do that in here. So I'm going to take this what's new or what's different in GX4, and I'm going to go to the category column and right click. Here I have the option to add a category. So this is what we're going to talk about here. If there's already an existing category, I can go to add category. There's personal. I have one test personal I've created. Here's the public. These public ones have all been created, and a lot of times the public are set by a manager, and these are only the ones that you're allowed to use for the public. We can't create new public categories. That's usually a typical setup. So I could say, oh, well, this is an email, or this is a master document, or whatever it is that I have here in my public. You also can assign folder categories or choose those. So here is bug fixes or deployment. So this is if I just wanted to currently add a category. But what if I want to create a new one? So I'm going to just go to this Create Edit Categories option, and it opens up all my categories. So right now I'm on the All. If I click on Personal, there's my personal ones I've created. And then I can go to Public. Now you'll notice here that I don't have a folder category here set up because maybe in this instance I don't have rights to add a folder category. So here's a public. If I wanted to add a public, I could add and I could change that here, or I could set up personal and add a new category here. And if it were a folder, I would also then, if I had rights to do that, there would be a folder option right here that I could add a folder option category there. So since I don't have this in this setup that I'm using today, I'm going to just use the public. I'm going to select add, and now I can create a category. I'm just going to call this one complaints. And you have all of these different icons that you can choose from, and there are literally 5 pages of icons that you can use for each of the categories. So every single category that you create can actually have its own specific icon if you prefer. Otherwise, you can just go ahead and use the standard star that comes out of the program, or just nothing. It's totally up to you. So I'm going to go ahead and just get out of that. I'm not going to create an icon there. And we will go ahead and say, okay. So now I have one in here for complaints. So whenever we want to modify the list, if the rights are there for folder or personal or public, you can go in and you can add, and you can have that category show up here. So that's how you add categories, and how you can then later in our next video, I'll show you how to actually assign those to your documents. I hope this eBite's been helpful for you. If you have any questions or comments, please visit our website or give us a call. Thanks.